Laugh, I thought I'd die. I did. They buried me. Dirt has worms. Worms tickle. Laugh, I thought I'd die. I did. They buried me. Dirt has worms. Worms tickle. Laugh, I thought I'd die. Okay, that's enough of that. Hi, I'm Ken DeRoche on Ken DeRoche TV from Eston, Saskatchewan, Canada. And it's November the 7th, and I want to introduce you to Ken DeRoche TV and to myself. I do live in a small town. It's about 1,000 people here. And I have had many chances to travel around the world. I was in the Army for 7 years, Air Force for 4.5. My folks were both military and they traveled like crazy. I actually lived 24 places by the time I was 21, but now I've been in this small town here in west central Saskatchewan for about 20 years. I recently retired and I started thinking about what I wanted to do with this next segment of my life, and guess what? This is it. Um, I'm going to be doing three different things with my channel. One of them I'm calling Cheaper Than Therapy. And the reason I call it that is because I've been an actor all my life. I've been in over 50 stage plays. I've been in a couple of non equity short films. I've performed stand up comedy professionally and as an amateur. Um, and I really think that laughter is very, very important. Um, I love this scripture in the Bible. It says, "A merry heart doth good like a medicine, but a broken spirit drieth the bones." That's Proverbs 17, 22, the King James version of the Bible. And I really believe it. Reader's Digest always had that section, laughter is the best medicine. And I think that's absolutely true. Um, and I have to admit that I love making an audience laugh. Um, I also love to laugh at myself. Um, I have little doubt that laughing is very therapeutic and it can lift one's spirits. I probably know thousands of jokes by heart. Um, and I think I appear witty sometimes because I have a joke for every occasion. Something happens, I flip through the memory banks of my joke memory banks, and out comes a joke, and people, wow, that's clever. I don't tell them that I've actually spent most of my life memorizing jokes, um, and I've often thought that if I remembered as much important stuff as I do jokes, I'd probably be a lot better off than I actually am financially and other ways. Um, I can usually make my folks laugh like crazy. They're both 87. I think my mom is probably the my best um, audience. She laughs at all my jokes, and I gotta admit that it kind of makes me feel good. I do have to admit that I feel a little sorry for my wife. We've been married 44 years, and she's probably heard most of my jokes hundreds of times. But I love it when I get a new audience because to them the material's fresh, and I figured why throw away a good joke when you can use it again. Um, Whenever I'm nervous, I usually drop to my fallback of just start telling jokes. It's it's an easy way to break the ice too with people you don't know all that well. Um, I have traveled extensively, been in a lot of European countries. I've been in a lot of Latin American countries, sorry, and everywhere you go, people love to laugh. I have learned though that some jokes simply don't translate well, especially if it's wordplay jokes. Won't translate well from one language to another, um, and sometimes culturally the jokes don't work. Uh, but I think I have to say that anywhere I've been, people love to joke. They love to laugh. Um, I think for me, the most important thing is to be able to laugh at yourself. And I'm pretty good at that. I have lots of reasons to laugh. I'm kind of a funny guy. And I mean funny strange, not funny ha ha, but nevertheless, uh, I love to tell jokes. And I'm going to keep on telling jokes until I'm no longer on the planet. Um, I think that if you can't laugh at yourself, then you probably don't really have much of a sense of humor. However, um, I don't like mean spirited attacks masquerading as humor. Um, I rarely respond to hecklers in an audience because I find that quickly kind of degenerates into a sort of one-upmanship that isn't fun, and it isn't funny for the audience. Um, I usually tell jokes about myself and my wife or my family. Uh, Fortunately, my family has a great sense of humor. Some of my best material comes from family events or from my kids, and for sure, as far as audiences go, I've always been able to make my mom laugh, uh, and I hope that I can keep doing that forever. What I find a little strange sometimes when I'm visiting her, and we go out into the public, and she'll introduce me. Oh, Ken's a comedian. Tell them a joke. And when somebody puts you under the gun like that, that's when it's hardest to think of a joke. Don't know why, just is. Um, but for sure, for me, there's one thing that is absolutely certain. I would far sooner hear somebody laugh than cry. The best laughter of all, I think, is the laughter of babies and little kids. The laughter is so genuine with them, and so pure that it just makes me want to laugh along with them. Um, just want to wrap up today's little episode with a quote from Philip Neri. This goes back to 1515, actually. He was born in 1515 and died in 1595. Philip Neri said, and I quote, "I will have no melancholy or sad spirits in my house. Cheerful people are more easily led to perfection. Persevere in cheerfulness, for this is the true way to make progress in virtue." And with that quote, I'd like to say so long, but come back sometime. I'd like you to hit the subscribe button if you see it, and the like button, and share this with your friends too. I'd like to grow an audience, and I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't mind monetizing this, but I need 1,000 subscribers and about 4,000 hours of viewed video time. So if this is your first time with me, thanks a lot, and have a great day, and try to laugh a little too.